Today we are here with Introduce Yourself.
Vanessa Chavez.
And you are a cosmetologist?
Yes, sir.
Okay. First, I just want to know a little bit of background information from you. Like, where are you from?
So I am originally from Fresno, California, but I was raised here in Winston, so this is my home.
Okay. How long have you been in Winston?
Oh my God, since I was like 6 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's,
This point is basically
this is my home.
Yeah. Is it your first time doing a podcast?
Yes, it is.
You nervous?
Yes, I am, but I'm super excited.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, cosmetologist, what does that... Because that can mean a lot of things, right?
Yeah, definitely. And that's the reason why when you asked me what I was, I said cosmetology instead of, like hair, makeup artist, because I specialize in a few things in my field. So I do brow waxing, and I also do hair color and then hair and makeup as well.
Okay. And how long have you been doing cosmetology?
For almost over 6 years now.
Nice.
Yeah.
So... this podcast is a little bit about entrepreneurship and motivation, stuff like that. Prior to being a cosmetologist, what did you do for a living?
I did retail.
Retail?
Yeah.
What made you go from retail to wanting to jump out there in the risky world of entrepreneurship?
Well, I did go to cosmetology school. So while I was doing retail, I was in school. And then after I finished and then got my license, I was doing part-time in retail and doing hair.
So what I mean is like, okay, so what made you want to go full-time and leave the safety of a job?
I kind of wanted to do my own thing. Like, whereas like working at a salon, you kind of have, specific needs you need to meet. You have to work with whatever they have. Some salons do get picky about the type of tools that you have access to compared to everybody that works there. So, and then for me, mainly it was just kind of like me showcasing what I wanted to do if I had my own salon.
So we've worked together in the past,
yes,
like photography and modeling and stuff like that. If anybody goes to your Instagram page, you just seem to be a model.
Yes.
So, how do you handle like your marketing and getting business for your for like hair and makeup?
Honestly, I've always preferred word of mouth. I don't like to have people have certain expectations when it comes to my work. So it's always worked for me. Like people, they refer me, so that's normally how I build a lot of my clientele. And then my marketing part is just me sometimes showcasing like what I want to put out there, what I want people to see that I know how to do.
With the modeling, how long have you been, or what got you into modeling?
Well, honestly, that's kind of been like the dream to be a model. Okay. So I kind of was like, I wanted to, like, my dream was to be like a runway model, but I've always knew that, it was certain requirements that I did not meet. So I just kind of, pushed towards becoming like my own model in that sense and giving myself that opportunity to kind of live my dreams in like my own way.
Is it all freelance or do you make money
some
from
of them some of them I have made money off of. A lot of it is networking too. Okay. So I'm always open. It's kind of like a side hobby as well.
I've seen some of your modeling and it's a little risque.
Yeah, it is. It can be, yes. It's something new that I've tried. Honestly, I see it as a work of art. Like, I see myself and I sometimes can't believe, I, made that picture happen and it looks that amazing because it's me. So, I mean, I don't know. It's just, it's a side of me that I love to showcase. And I do it for myself.
Gotcha. So, I've talked to a few models that do that type of photography, and would you say that it brings? Do you get like any? I guess like thirsty guys hitting you up on Instagram?
I don't think so. I think sometimes. Well, I guess it depends, but I feel like sometimes stuff like that can be intimidating. Because people know that it's like more on the wow. It looks more. I don't know. It doesn't sell as in like At least my pictures, I don't think that they seem to be like that provocative in the sense that I'm like calling for people to disrespect me, or maybe maybe not disrespect, but kind of
Yeah.
that openness of like coming forth towards me, like in a way. So no,
I used to shoot that stuff a little bit, like early part of my career, but kind of like we were saying off camera, I don't do it anymore because I don't know how those photographers make a living. Like when guys hit you up to do that type of photography, is it freelance or are you?
Well, I only network with one person.
Okay.
That's the only. I mean, anything other than that, like bathing suit and stuff like that, that's different. But when I kind of tend to show a little bit more, it's only one person. That's because I love his work. Like,
Okay.
Yes.
Does he pay you?
No, he doesn't.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's why.
But it's kind of like his work. I mean, I don't know if he gets paid by other models, and I know he does that as a side hustle as well. But for me, it's kind of like
Yeah.
you scratch my back, I scratch your back, and I definitely wouldn't do that with anybody. And I've been offered money, and it's still kind of like I'm not that comfortable. No.
Yeah. See that's one thing I was kind of why I said what I said is some of the girls I know that do that type of photography, the photographer's paying them, so it's like
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Because I've been offered money too. Like, how much would you, and it's like I won't do it.
I'm kind of interested on your marketing strategy with your business. Have you thought about ever? Do you have a Instagram page or website?
Yes, I do. For my salon, I do, and I also have a website. But like I said, it's kind of hard for me to market myself.
Well,
because it's like I'm an independent artist, and everything that I do is kind of like me. So it's like me putting myself out there, like for me, and giving, I don't know, marketing myself. It's kind of hard. It's different like if it was somebody else, like a company, a brand. Like it's easier for me to make a video for them or something. But when it comes to like myself and putting myself out there, it gets a little bit hard for me, honestly. I don't know if it's my anxiety or
you
I
spoke
don't know.
about, you noticed that I was shy from meeting me back in the day.
Right.
And you were saying you were kind of surprised to see me, doing the
Yeah,
reels
doing your
and putting all the
thing.
stuff
Yeah.
up. It's the same. So I assume you're shy too, right? Yeah, I mean, you just got to do it, man.
Right.
Like it's
right.
gonna bring more business.
Right.
Like how is business now?
No, business is good. Business definitely is really good. Okay. It's really good. And of course, it's potential for more, but it's also as a single mom, it's kind of like I have to have a balance with everything.
True.
So,
do you have any other people in your shop, or is it just you?
No, it's just me. I do have like people that I have to kind of, side contractors that I have to, or like people that I have to hire to come and clean.
Gotcha.
And stuff, or like if something needs to get done, I have to, hire somebody for that.
Do you do weddings?
Yes, I do.
Like
Mm-hmm. I do a lot of special events. So it like categorizes whether it's a Sweet 15, whether it's a wedding, whether it's somebody's anniversary, or, any special event or occasion.
How do you manage being an entrepreneur and a single mom?
Honestly, it's not easy at all. Because you always, want to be a mom first. And but you also don't want to, let go of yourself and, the potential of being able to create something good for, the near future and then for later when you're no longer here, and have some backup for your kids. But yeah, so that kind of pushes me to just kind of keep going and, just not stop and not give up, because I wouldn't want my daughters to give up. So it's kind of like, in a way, low-key trying to be like a role model of who I would want, especially because they're girls, So it's like I would want them to kind of see me in that sense, as a role model. Like, well, mom didn't give up, and because mom loved what she did, she still pushed hard, because it's kind of hard. Yeah. But when you really love and you're passionate about something, it's kind of easier in a way to kind of go through all the obstacles and all the hard things. Because, yeah, definitely being a cosmetologist has not been easy for me, because it's kind of hard to find that niche. I'm like a multifaceted stylist, and honestly, that's what I love. Like, I can't just stick to one thing.
Got you.
I love it all.
Have you ever done any fashion shows or anything?
Yes,
like
I
that?
have. Yeah, I used to do volunteer work for fashion shows for Charlotte and Greensboro
You
in
did
the
Greensboro
past.
Fashion Week?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've done
Do you
those.
remember what year that was?
I did it for like 2 years in a row, I think. 2 or 3 years in a row. What
Yeah.
year would have that been? Maybe somewhere in between, like, I don't wanna butcher it.
I got you.
But
Because
yeah.
I worked with them, I think their second year, which was, I think it was 2015. I think that was their second year. That year and then 2016. And after that, I was like, nah.
Yeah, I only did it too. Then I kind of stuck with Charlotte. I kind of enjoyed theirs a little bit more. And then after that, like you said, I was kind of like,
It didn't do, for me, it didn't do what they kind of promised.
yeah, that was pretty much it. Because, you kind of go with the expectations of like, okay, it's time for me to shine.
Yeah, you're
And
gonna
then
meet
in reality, it's
people.
like, nah, you're in the back.
Right.
We're not exposing nothing
Yeah,
that
they
has to do with
barely
you.
even
It's just
tag
them that, so it's kind of, which is cool. It's kind of like a good experience. But once you receive it, it's kind of like, damn, this is really not what I thought it would be.
Yeah, it didn't bump my business like, at all.
No.
So yeah, I thought that was, like I said, it was an interesting
Yeah,
experience,
definitely it's
but-
cool, the networking.
Yeah.
The networking, I think it's pretty dope. But yeah.
Yeah. Going back to your daughters, you said your oldest daughter, off camera, you said she was 15. Right?
Yes.
Is she interested in cosmetology?
No. She's just interested in me like blowing her hair out.
I was gonna ask if it was like something a skill you're trying to pass off.
No, I wish I mean, honestly, I don't really pressure. Like, I would more if I see the initiative that they kind of interested, but no. Even when I like, not even to pose as a model, because they get so impatient with like, oh, mom, like, are we done? And it's so impatient. So I just,
Yeah, my daughter.
I don't even bother.
She's she's interested in photography a little bit.
Like being in front of the camera or actually.
Front of the camera and using
Oh, wow.
it.
Nice.
Yeah, she's always begging me to make her a YouTube video.
Oh, that is
I'm
so
like,
cute.
I'll shoot them for her, but I
Yeah.
don't post them. I'm like, you're
Aw.
too young. You're too young for a YouTube channel.
You see all these little kids.
Yeah, but I want her to be old enough to really understand what she's
Right. Getting
committing to.
herself into, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, she's only 8. Maybe when she's like 12 or 13, if she
Right.
still wants to do it,
Right.
I'll do it. But so outside of business a little bit, like what are you into just for yourself? Like not business related. Like what's your hobbies?
I mean, it goes back to like the modeling, but the creative side, because a lot of the stuff is like I bring the content. I, showcase like my outfits, my hair. And that's really what I enjoy doing.
We need
It's
to
like
collab.
putting the look together, whether it's for me or for somebody, but when I don't have like, that muse that I, could have and always like work on her instead of me, it's like I become my own muse.
Yeah. We need to collab on something.
Yeah, we should. Because we definitely created some freaking fire before. Yeah, that was super dope.
I want us to collab on find like a model.
Right.
And-
No, for
and
sure.
do
I'm
a
down.
style
I'm down.
and do a shoot or something.
Yeah, whatever vision you have, I'll bring it to life for you. For sure.
That's still kind of work related though. Like what I'm really
Yeah, but it's still like it's me. Like that's what I really enjoy doing.
what Netflix series are you watching right now? Do you watch Netflix?
I do, and I right now honestly like I'm on. I can't even get it out because it's so like not embarrassing, but I can't believe that I really be stuck watching The Big Bang Theory. I love
Really?
that show. Yes, I love me
I've
some nerds.
seen it in my cousin's house. I
Oh
don't
my
watch
god,
it
I
personally.
love it. I love it.
Really?
Yes,
That's big.
I love comedy. I'm big on comedy. So
What's the? Do you go to the movies at all?
sometimes the last movie I watched was Barbie for my girls, but
I heard that
Yeah.
was I heard a lot of interesting stuff about that.
I have heard, yeah, me too. Before, prior to seeing it, I did hear that it was a little not appropriate for certain kids, a certain age, but maybe I missed it.
Well, I heard that, and then I also heard that they were kind of low key bashing men a little bit, like putting
Oh,
above.
well, yeah, kind of. That was the, I guess.
Kind of like the underlying message.
Yeah, yeah. I think
Yeah.
of the movie too. Yeah,
Yeah, I hadn't seen it.
yeah. It was pretty neat though.
Yeah, I immediately told
Your daughter.
my daughter's mom.
Oh,
I was
like no,
nah,
she's not gonna watch that.
not gonna watch that. It's kind of like that with a lot of movies now, though. I feel like they're pushing a lot of agendas in movies,
Right.
especially like movies that are catered towards younger people,
Right,
like the Disney movies.
right. These kids are already open-minded enough. Like
Yeah.
they just don't sometimes show it. But
Yeah, single mom, entrepreneur. Are you dating at all?
not you put me on the spot. I do a little bit. I just actually this was my first year that I opened up to dating. Like, yeah.
How is it when you're talking to a guy and I guess are they intimidated? by
I
dating a
wouldn't
woman
know
that-
because sometimes my Instagram is not the first thing that
Well, not that. Not
that I kind of let them know, or because it kind of brings a different perspective of me. If
Well,
like
I don't
before
mean
meeting
that.
me, okay.
I mean like just having a woman that like potentially makes more money than them, or if like if I'm a guy that works a job
Yeah.
and then I meet a girl and she works for herself, and that can be intimidating for a man.
I guess I haven't been in that predicament of actually having to date a guy that I would make, more than
Gotcha.
unless it's like I meet him and then we bond and then it turns into something. I'm so open for that. Like there's nothing wrong with that.
So you wouldn't care?
But yeah, no, I wouldn't. No, definitely not. But I mean, it comes, it comes with a lot. Like he would have to, have goals, be supportive, But aside from that, it's like if I'm gonna date somebody, he has to, come with the table, the napkins, the spoons, and everything.
You got
Because I already do a lot for myself, So it's just kind of knowing that you can do for yourself and plus me.
What if he just wants to be like a stay-at-home dad?
Oh no,
Can't do that.
no.
He takes care of everything, treats you nice, but he just don't make a lot of money.
No, like that's the not making a lot of money. It's it's fine, but you have to kind of fill in the spaces where I can lack in. I guess you can say.
I got a question about cosmetology. I actually had a makeup artist on a while back, and we kind of talked about this. Would you say that current day makeup is influenced by like drag queens, like the way women get their makeup done now? Do you think it's influenced by?
I mean, I
the
think
LGBT?
it's always been in like the creative side and the artistic side of how they do things. I think definitely they've been a big influence in the makeup industry, but I honestly believe it's based off what's like out there. Like
But that's what
what's
I'm saying.
trending.
What's trending is that look. If you look at makeup, even Hollywood,
Right.
if you go look at images from like the 90s or even the early 2000s, like red carpet, women had like very subtle makeup.
Yeah.
Now makeup today is just, it's like a pound of makeup on it.
Right.
It's
I
super
think a lot of it
exaggerated.
maybe it's because of like to create that vision that something's perfect versus before that you didn't really look at that, Now it's like you really don't want to, you want to make sure you don't, your under eye circles are not showing at any angle. So you have to layer, them eyes with a lot of makeup, a lot of powder. So when you hit that, that place and they're like taking pictures of you,
But you got
you look perfect at every angle.
you got women that get their makeup done like that just to go to work.
I mean, true. I mean, I guess that falls into insecurity. I would think so, because like, there's no way.
Is that
You could feel that you really need that much makeup every single day.
I don't think that's fair, because I'll hear girls say something like, if a guy has a hat, they're like, that makes him look better, especially like if he's thinning or something like that, and they'll make fun of that, but then they have the makeup and the hair, the wigs. Do you do that type of? Do you like do installs and things like that?
No, not. I don't like. I will do it for a specific client, but I don't specialize in that. Yeah, I don't specialize in that. But I've done it before. Like I've done sew-ins. I've done like the 360 lace and stuff like that, wigs that you have to glue on and stuff. But I don't specialize in it, so I wouldn't market.
Gotcha.
That type of work.
What's your main clientele? Like what?
Honestly, it's very diverse. Yes, I have a lot of African American women. I have a lot of Latinas, and then of course some white women, but it mainly fall into African and Latinos. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. That's cool. It's good that you're versatile and know how to.
Yes, I love it. Types. I love it. To be honest, like I'm really passionate about hair, and hair care.
You need to start making reels.
Right, maybe I should.
Just something simple, like you can set your camera up, do a time lapse.
It's just me talking. That's what, like, I can all make videos all day of me showcasing things and doing things, even if I have to, like, be there. But me talking, that's where it goes. Like, I draw the line.
What's the fear of you talking? Like,
well, it's not fear. It's just, like, I guess me trying to be a perfectionist of what I want to be said. I guess, like, not being able to be, not that I don't want to be myself, but, I want to make sure the message comes across, like, perfectly for that specific thing versus just, like, being myself and just.
Just be yourself.
Yeah.
That's what people want to see.
I mean, yeah, but when you're not good at, let's just say, for example, if I have to sell you that drink, like, I think I would do better job of selling it to you by visual, selling it to you, like whether it's making a video of it or drawing, I don't know, something to make, versus me having to sit here and tell you about it to convince you to buy it. That's kind of hard for me because then I'm thinking like, oh, should I say this or no? That's not gonna make him buy it. Then I start procrastinating, and it's not.
Just give a basic, like, for example, you could do a time lapse of you doing somebody's hair, and then do a voiceover after that.
Right.
All you're doing is just saying, you're just going through the steps on what you're doing. What's this product? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? You're just giving an explanation.
Right.
That's super simple.
I guess because to do something like that, I would have to do it on stuff that I already do, like eyebrows.
Yeah.
Or blowout. But that doesn't excite me to want to do it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, if it had to, let's just say it's a new hairstyle that is trending and I'm like really dying to like recreate it. I would be motivated to even talk about me doing this step, even if, and then it might not come out the way I want it. And then I'm like, boom, I'm not posting that because it didn't turn out the way I wanted. But you see where it all goes wrong because that's not me.
That's another thing.
But it's hard because, like I said, I know what I'm, capable of doing and what I should be doing. But it's just be little things that would just kind of like set me back. And then I try to like not, be so hard on myself. And I'm just like, okay, we're just gonna... eventually you'll get there. One day you'll do it because this is something that you kind of want to do. And it's been like an interest. You just haven't, I guess, overcome what you need to overcome in order to do it.
Yeah. I've been trying to motivate people with the content because
it's
good. A lot of money. It's a lot of money.
No, I'm sure. I'm sure.
Like some of my clients, they're making people's yearly salary in a month.
No, I'm sure just by posting. But see, it's like back to what we said. You have to be consistent with stuff like that. And it's hard.
Yeah.
And even me, like, I do, hair, makeup as a full-time job. And even to create content for that, it's not easy. And it's not that it's not easy. It's just kind of like I do become a little picky with it. And then on top of that, it's like finding the time to record and get like the perfect angles and your lighting to be right. And... and most of the time when I have my clients, it's like they're in and out. I don't have time to be taking a before and after, especially when time is on top. It's kind of hard.
Yeah, I can understand that part. Because sometimes I try to do behind the scenes of my client shoots. And I'll be trying to like respect their time. So I don't be like, hold on, let me set this up. So I get that. But my cousin, he's a barber. And he started doing like before and afters, and his business is like boomed.
No, I believe it because even me when I start posting on my salon page, I noticed that, I'll start getting booked. But like I said, like I definitely know that I need to start, marketing myself and putting myself out there. But, it'll take time to get there, and really perfect and do it without,
What
hesitance.
what comes next? What's after? Or have you even thought about this? Like, what's after cosmetology, or do you have any other businesses or dreams that you want to do next?
I mean, honestly, it's still within my field. I've always said, because I do a lot of blowouts and that has caused like some troubles with my hands. So I've always told myself, like, maybe then I would break down what I become like really specializing and just probably find really a niche. And then I'll probably do like psychology and do psychology while I do hair.
Okay. So going back to school?
Yeah, probably. I think I would.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it with your hands, is it like arthritis?
I'm not sure. I haven't really seen a doctor for it. It's not that bad, but I do tend to, like even braiding, like I don't really do that to most of my clients. Like it's only my loyal clients that I provide that service to. And that's one of the reasons, is because by the time I'm done, like my hands are really tore up.
Yeah, I know some girls that that's what they do is braid.
Yeah, I can't imagine.
They talk about that. Like,
yeah, I can't imagine that. Like I said, I don't specialize in that. I do blowout. That's one of the services that I did for like 3 years straight, because I used to work at a Dominican hair salon. So all we did was blowouts. Yeah, so I definitely, I mean, I've embraced it, and now like I really enjoy doing blowouts. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I should start doing reels and blowouts.
See?
Yeah, that would be like, and I love the finish and everything. Yeah, I might look into that.
See, that's easy.
Yeah,
and it's a popular thing, so a lot of people would watch it.
Yeah, and it's something that I'm so used to that I wouldn't have no problem even talking about it as I do it, because it's just so like second nature to me. Yeah.
So like sometimes I've seen you post food on like your stories.
Yes.
Have you ever thought about being a chef or cooking for people? Because you have like these authentic looking.
Right. No, but see, I think it's just the creative and artistic side of me. That's why like I enjoy like the risque pictures, because it's kind of like, I don't know, it allows me to be creative. And the same thing with food. Like when I make food, like I really make it out of enjoyment, because I enjoy being in the kitchen. Now, it's not something that I always get to do, but when I do get in there, I do enjoy it.
I saw you did a little bit of traveling.
Yes.
What was that like?
Amazing. Yes, I'm definitely getting into it now. So now I try to save most of my money just to plan a trip instead of just investing it in like materialistic things. It's not easy, but it's worth it.
Are you traveling by yourself, with your family?
With my friends. I have 2 friends. It's either both of them or one of them that I usually travel with, but it's just 2 girlfriends that I normally.
What's some of the places you've been to recently?
This year I've only done Paris and DR, and God willingly I'll be in PR in like 2 months.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which one did you like the best?
From this year, probably DR. I really enjoy myself there, like the
Paris
people
was trash.
there. I don't think it's trash. It does smell. There is a lot of trash. Like it gave me like New York vibes.
That's what I heard.
Like
That's what I heard.
It's kind of like the same aspect of New York. Like you go up, there's a lot of people. It's trashy. It stinks. Whatever. Same thing with Paris.
Gotcha.
Like I think it's like the same thing,
yeah,
but it's definitely like a different vibe.
There's a trend. Well, it was a little bit earlier this summer. There was a trend where they were talking about these European places that we all desire to go to. Mm-hmm. They were saying how, like, when you get there, it's nothing like America portrays it to be, and people were just like really shocked that it's like, yo, this is like New York. This is like.
Yeah, like, of course their trash is piled up. Where is it going to go? Like, you don't have dumpsters there. Like, there's barely enough space for you to walk,
That's crazy.
Through there. So it makes sense, at least to me, why it's the way it is and why it might smell. But, yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't.
Did you do any photos while you were down there?
I mean, with my phone, I did. Definitely.
You should have tried to link up. With like
I know. I should have.
Yeah. I went to Puerto Rico. Back in November. That was dope.
Where did you go?
San Juan.
The New San Juan or Old San Juan?
Well, we were in New, but we visited Old
Old
San
San Juan. I think I might stay at Old San Juan
I would
because
too.
I wanted to do
Yeah.
more like touring around there.
Yeah,
for
we
sure.
realized once we got there and drove over to Old, we was like, we should have stayed over here.
Oh, really? Okay.
Because we kept going back over there because that was
Okay. Well, I like
Yeah.
that feedback. At least I know I'm going on the right direction
Yeah, everything
as
was
far
there.
as planning my trip. Okay.
Yeah, we did an Airbnb. But yeah, we should have just got a resort in Old San Juan.
Really?
It was dope.
I don't know. I did a resort in DR. I've never done a resort, and I mean, I did enjoy it, but I don't know. I love just to have more of the authentic like cultural experience.
Yeah. I went to Mexico. This was 2021. Went to Cabo.
Oh, that's where I want to go
Yeah,
too.
nice. I went there for a wedding.
Oh wow.
That's my last wedding. I actually retired. I retired on that one. So I was like, I was kind of getting out of the wanting to do weddings just because of everything it requires.
Right. No, I bet it's a lot of work.
I was like, this would be a nice wedding to retire on.
Oh,
So that was dope. Cause
I bet.
The wedding was one day, of course, but we were there for 3 days.
Oh, that's neat.
resort.
So you was able
So
to
we just got
enjoy
to-
yourself too.
Yeah, me
That's
and my best
dope.
friend. I was hired for photography. He was hired for video. So we just
Oh, that's
made YouTube content
nice.
for the rest of the days.
Yes.
Yeah, it was
Yes,
dope.
that was fun. I bet it was.
But yeah, but when did you say you were going back to DR?
Oh, well, PR.
PR.
Yeah.
Okay.
God willingly
Oh, yeah.
in November.
November. Yeah,
Yeah.
That's a nice time.
Yeah, I
The
did
weather
research that it was good. It was a good time to go.
My daughter wants to go back. That was
Oh,
you're gonna have a lot of fun.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so.
Food is amazing.
I bet.
Everybody's nice.
No, I'm sure. I mean, like I said, DR was a great experience. I didn't even think I would have enjoyed it as much as I did. Because like I said, we were gonna stay at a resort. I mean, we did do like a little bit of authentic, ambience over there, but it was still, it was more staying at the resort. But it was good. It was good.
Did you experience like any type of racism in Paris?
I don't know. I didn't feel that way. If anything, like I don't know, it was a good vibe. Like just being there and just like walking and seeing everybody's just I don't know.
Okay.
It just makes you think of like what are we doing in America, Like people look more healthier. It's just
Oh yeah.
Everything is just I don't know.
Speaking of health, how do you stay so slim and trim?
Oh
You
man,
work
I
out?
work hard. I work hard. No, I don't work out. I work hard. It's all the stress and, up and down. And then I do try to at least maintain a healthy diet for sure.
I made some changes back in June. I was like, since the pandemic started, I had picked up some very bad habits. Like I was eating out probably 4 or 5 times a week. Like, and even when I would try to be healthy, I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna go out. I'm gonna cook. That would consist of me going to the grocery store and getting like a frozen,
Like a
lasagna
whole,
or something.
oh,
Like, yeah, just processed food like 24/7.
I really tried my best to like stay away from foods like that.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards becoming a fruitarian.
Not a fruitarian.
Yeah, I've been there's a lot of people that's talking about that now, like on social media, or maybe it's my algorithm. But humans, especially like us, like Black people, natives, we ate mostly like herbs and from the
Right.
land, and like meat was a kind of like ceremonial.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't
like
eat
a
meat every
luxury
day.
almost,
Yeah.
like back,
It's like we would do it to celebrate something.
Yeah.
And like now we've been taught, you almost feel like you don't have a complete meal unless
if you don't have
meat.
meat, right? No.
And that's not natural. If you go the further you go back, you'll see we weren't eating that way.
Right.
And so I'm kind of leaning back towards that. Like I'll have meat. Like a couple of weeks ago, I went a whole week, didn't have any, and I'll try to maybe have some maybe like once or twice a week. But
Right.
I've just been doing fruit and vegetables, and I feel amazing. I lost 20 pounds
Oh, wow.
the first month of doing that.
I think that definitely tends to like help us more when you like try to do research and educate yourself versus just like just cold turkey trying to be like, okay, I'm gonna stop eating meat. I'm gonna start doing, doing this.
Right.
And when you kind of like learn and really see, I guess like the scientific behind certain things, or how we've evolved and why certain things, are like over consumed.
Yeah.
It kind of helps with kind of like, okay, I need to just let this go.
Yeah, 'cause I saw a photo. This guy, he showed a photo of just like downtown New York, like in the 80s, and compared to a shot today. He was like, what do you notice? It's like everybody back then was like slim. And most of the people in the shots today, obese.
Big. I know that. I'm telling you, when I went to Paris, it was just kind of like, wow, everybody looks good. Everybody looks healthy here. And it was just.
That's a lot of the stuff that's here is banned. It's banned in all those
over there.
countries.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, there's certain things that I didn't really like. For example, the water. I wasn't a big fan of their water. Not even the water bottle. Like it was. I could still taste like a big difference. Whether if it was good, a better alternative than the water here, I don't know.
Probably
but it wasn't. Probably right, but I don't know. It wasn't the water there. It did kind of was different. Maybe because I'm so used to all the chemicals here.
Right. You drink tap water?
I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, no.
They said the best waters to drink are like the just the unnamed brand, like no name brand, like spring water.
Really?
They said those are better. Like all those high end waters.
See, I tend to read their ingredients, and me when they start saying sodium, like and I know a lot of it's to clean the water and to make it have a certain taste to it or whatever. But it's like, why does water have all these?
Right.
Why does it have all these ingredients?
This like I was watching I think it was on TikTok. This lady, she did a pH balance test for like all your top brands. They're acidic as hell.
Damn.
Like, basically the more popular, expensive ones, is straight like acid. Like
See?
the ones with the better pH, they were just like these brands you never heard of.
Really?
Yeah. So
wow.
They're more alkaline than what's the one in the green bottle?
Like the Puree or something?
I think
Yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
It was acidic.
That's like even like as water,
Yeah.
or just sparkling water.
The one I'm talking about is water. It's water, but it's an expensive one.
Yeah.
It's acidic because she had something in there that if you pour it in there, it'll change colors. If it's acidic, it will turn like yellow. We're gonna get ready to wrap this up. Tell the people where they can find you if they want to follow you online.
Yeah, definitely. So Ronnie Nessa's Beauty Salon, that's on Instagram. And then for my modeling page, it's Ronnie Nessa.
Where did that name come from?
Rani means queen, princess in Hindu. And then Nessa is the last part of my name. Yeah. I'm also like a big Princess Jasmine fan. Like I love Princess Jasmine. So that's a lot of my inspiration towards like my salon came about.
Okay. I can see that. You kind of
It's like the whole hair, the makeup, like and then the I haven't honestly. I've never I'll get the hair and the makeup, or mainly the hair. I'll always have like her hairstyle and different looks, but to dress up like completely as her, I've never. I don't own none of her costumes. No, I'll throw maybe a dress that's the color as her outfit. But I've never. I don't think I've ever even owned a Jasmine costume.
That's crazy. Seems like that would be
right. My daughters definitely have though. I've dressed them up as Princess Jasmine for Halloween and stuff.
We should do a cosplay.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It would.
Yeah. But yeah. So yeah, you can definitely check her out. Are you on TikTok?
Yes, but I'm not active. I do kind of have social media. For my business, like on Facebook, and I think I did open one for TikTok, but I'm not active nowhere. I am on Instagram a little bit. I'm
posting model pictures.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah,
it's that blows my mind. I just don't see how. I don't see how people don't have a social media following for their business nowadays. Like. I get on my side of the world, it's like necessary, or there ain't no business.
Right.
So, when I meet people that's like, yeah, I don't really post.
I mean, I guess because you're so used to like what's really happening in the real world, you know, like that's why I went back to like word of mouth for me, because that's where most of my clientele comes from.
I get that too.
And I do get a lot from Instagram, but like I said, me is more like my anxiety of like overthinking of like, oh, because everything has light and you make it look perfect when you post it out there, versus when you come, obviously you're not gonna look photoshopped or flawless, especially if you have skin texture, if your hair is not, you don't have long full hair, like your hairstyle is not gonna look like that if you don't have, or if you don't invest in the things that you need for it to appear like that. Yeah. So I just feel like, to me, it's just kind of like that kind of steps me away from being motivated into doing it. So I have to kind of find a balance and be like, okay, this is the model that I want to use and this is what I want to showcase. And then it's like, okay, that's when I post. But I don't see it as a like marketing strategy either. It's more like, oh, I want to create this and I want people to see it. And then I post it.
That's marketing.
Yeah, but I'm saying like in my mind, it's not, it's not registered like that. Yeah. So it's more, I guess it comes naturally to do it, versus if you tell me, okay, like post, create something so you can market your business. Then it becomes kind of like, oh, what am I going to do? It becomes more challenging. I don't know. I put more thought into it. Or even if I'm working and you're like, okay, well, at least record your client, while you're working on your client. And then it just, I don't know. Maybe it's the psychological that goes into the, that I'm like, okay, makes me not want to do it.
Yeah. My business gets slow. Like when I don't post, I notice it. Like I still get word of mouth, but like I get a lot more random people when I'm posting.
Right.
So for me, when I see people that don't kind of focus on it,
right,
I don't. It's like, well, I was talking to a girl the other day. She's a fitness trainer, and I went to her business page. She hasn't posted anything since like June or something like that. I'm like,
yeah, I take long breaks too. Even me, sometimes I'm like, I go through my own page and I be like, damn, like I did this shit. Like, why didn't I post more of this same look? Like, this look is now lost. Like, this was a badass look. Like, I should have posted even more. But, And then now it's like, well, I don't want to post now. It's old work.
But nobody knows that.
Right. True.
And that's the whole thing. I was watching.
We make it hard for ourselves.
We do. We think too much.
Right.
I was watching this guy. He's like a big social media influencer. He was saying he repurposed old content all the time.
Yeah. Like, I noticed people do that. Like a lot of the big following, if you look, a lot of the work is like old. Yep. But I guess you have to have like strategy and you have to like know what you're doing. Corny. And I think that's another reason why, is because like I personally don't know.
Yeah.
What I should be posting, what people are into, what grab. Yeah. To me, it's more like I like it, and this is what I'm gonna post out there.
Yeah, I used to, as a photographer, I would be like, I'm not gonna post a shoot I did last year or 2 years ago. Like this,
right?
To me, it would make me think that people would be like,
that's old work, and people don't even remember sometimes.
Right.
I've been recycling some of my.
I'm about to start doing that more.
Yeah, you should. Yeah, so you can post me out there again.
Yeah, I love that shoot. My favorite shoot we did.
Oh my God, I think
diamonds.
Yes, no, I loved all of them. All of them, every
favorite.
Single one of them. Like they all have their own thing. Especially the ones we did at Bailey. I fucking love those.
Yeah.
Those are so amazing. Yeah, it was. It was. Man, yeah.
It's been what? How long has it been since we last shot?
Since we even last saw each other, it's been a minute.
It was the job I got you.
Oh yes. I forgot.
So I think that was 2020.
With I don't want to Nitty, or what's her name?
Nessa.
Nettie. No, what's her? But she's the one.
Oh, the one that was the other model, but the lady, the clothing.
Yeah.
I don't remember her name.
No, but who was the one that introduced her to you?
Jenny.
Hi. Oh, Jenny. What was her name?
Well, Jenny was her Americanized name, but she since started calling herself Hai.
Oh, Hai. That's what it was. Here's another Vietnamese lady I think that I know. Yeah. But yes.
Yeah. She set that up.
She's so amazing. I hope she's doing good. Have you spoke to her?
I talked to her probably in maybe 2 months or so. She moved.
Wow. Really?
Yeah, she moved to Florida.
Oh wow.
She like manages a whole bunch of real estate, like resort properties.
Shit, okay.
Yeah, she
she
killing.
went in her fucking bag. I know that's right.
Yeah, she making bread down there.
Man, we gotta get to it. We gotta get to these reels, these marketing.
Yeah, man.
Get in our bag too. Let these
man.
fears
I'm trying to. It's like you
go
said,
out the
though.
window.
It
It takes time though. I always do tell myself that. Like I know, it's like for example, like we're talking about it, and it's kind of like getting me to the point where it's kind of like, do I really want to do that? And if it is, it's gonna be like, okay, well, if you really want to do this, like eventually the right time, place will come for you to start doing it, and not really pressure myself. Like, why can I not do it, or why am I so shy, or why am I so picky about it? Why do I want everything to be so perfect?
Are you still in the same salon?
Yes, I am in the same location. It's been a struggle being there, to be honest, because I'm in such a rough neighborhood. Like, my place gets breaking into. It's always like stuff getting stolen from up off the roof. Yeah, it's.
That's crazy that you said that. I was getting a haircut yesterday. You might be able to tell.
Yes, looking fresh.
The guy is, Bessemer Avenue, like.
I think I've seen it. Yeah.
A&T over that
yeah,
area.
I think I've
basically.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Kind of hoodish. He was telling me that it's a shopping center. Mm-hmm. So the two businesses like to the right and left of him, he was like they hadn't had AC this whole summer because crackheads.
Yes, that's what happened. Oh my
copper.
God.
It's still copper. I'm like, who's
Yo, I was
this?
having issues with my AC, just like small issues, and then next thing you know, like. Not even like 2 weeks prior, I finally get a commercial person that specializes in buildings, like to come up to the roof to figure out what was wrong, if it needed Freon or whatnot. And he's like, "Ma'am, you don't have no AC unit up there. They stole it."
Yeah.
And he's like, "But don't worry, because you're not the only one that's without it." And I'm just like,
crazy.
wow,
like
like
who
how
do that? Like,
I mean, it just tells you, man. It just tells you like where it's just. Human race is heading to, man, because it's hard.
It's starting to look. I don't know your
homeless people, crackheads. Like it's getting ugly out here, and it's sad because it's like the way our lifestyle.
Yeah,
it's turning.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know your beliefs, but like things are starting to look real biblical, like end of the world.
Oh yeah,
there's, I don't know if you're aware, but there's been like hurricanes and earthquakes, like back to back. Like earthquakes have been happening everywhere.
Yeah, and regardless, despite of what like we see or hear, like we feel it. We know stuff is like everything we know. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you're like, yo, where's time going? Or like, why is this? Or like, it's a lot of things that we as humans like we're getting signs. I think we overlook it though. Yeah, like we tend to because we're so focused and we're like so just carried away with what. We have to be doing, to kind of sustain and just live up to, I guess, society standards. But it's crazy. But that's why we gotta stay prayed up.
Right. I don't want to go conspiracy. Well, it's not even conspiracy theory. But have you heard about the BRICS, like the different money that the other countries are? It's like basically all of our enemy countries.
I mean, that's
Russia,
why Bitcoin.
China.
Why you think? I think a lot of the cryptocurrency, it's like a. I don't know, war and all that. So, I think it's all based off of money. Yeah.
Yeah. So, like, basically with BRICS, though, all those countries are coming together and saying they're going to use that as their new currency because, the dollar is the world's currency.
Well, but you see how bad it's declining now.
That's what I'm saying.
Like, it's when this happens, really bad. Like, we're about to be in a big shithole.
Yeah. But, like, when this happens, they're saying one brick is, like, worth $50. And the countries that are adopting it are like the ones that we get everything from, like our trade. Right. So I heard a guy talking about it the other day, and he was like, literally, to make it make sense would be you go to the grocery store and a loaf of bread is like $40 for us to be able to.
Ridiculous.
I'm like, what? That's crazy. As time goes, they say we're going to see like hyper inflation. I don't know.
No, I mean, it's already getting like that. Yeah. I mean, everything is like ridiculous, and then
it's scary, man.
It is scary. It's like why can't we go back ago. Why can't we go back to the golden days when we could just trade what we I think need this, I don't need that. Right, eventually, because this whole money situation and starting like pretty much a whole new social like but more in the technology, and
Yeah.
then you see with the whole metaverse and stuff like that, like.
Are you talking
like
about
the technology, just in general, like all that whole
I think we need to
new
stop.
world. Yeah,
I think we need to stop with technology. Like the internet was all we needed. Like
right.
they can just stop trying to advance things from here. We don't need to go any further.
It's gotten so scary.
Yeah, it is.
Scary.
It is. But that's a whole nother topic right there. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you made it this far, I appreciate you. Go check her out.
You.
I'll put the link down in the description box, and I will catch you in the next episode. Peace. All right, that wasn't bad, right?
No, that was good. That was good.